baby.
You actually made my neck snap there.
I just snapped all 3 necks at the same time, baby. What do you already know? 6 Sports episode what?
57 or 8? What was it?
57.
57, boys.
He's the fat guy.
Just call him fat?
Fact.
I'm just joking.
It's an English accent I got, I guess.
English slang.
Canadian.
Yeah, so we're back, 6 Sports, guys. Sorry we've been holding out for so long, but, just doing our thing, working and twerking. We're back with episode 57.
Glad you had time to get to work, man. It's just been working.
Well, if you call, hunchback walking and, uneven ground, rolling my ankles, twerking, then, yeah, I've been doing a lot of that, but other than that, just...
If your boss isn't yelling, you ain't working.
That's true. Amen to that. That's right.
So where do you guys want to dive into? What do you want to get into first?
Well, we got breaking news on my phone earlier that Nick Nurse is reflecting on coming back next year. He can take some time after the season ends and reflect if he wants to continue coaching. So I'm surprised about that. It's kind of been an up and down year for the Raptors this year, but he's been a great coach, but hopefully he stays. But I believe him aside. We'll see what happens, though.
Step down from head coach? Does he coach defensively? Does he take another role?
Who knows? You never know. Some NBA team that has good might be wanting him, but who knows what's going to happen, though. I think it's been a trying year for him and everything. It's been an up and down year for the Raptors, man. Like you said earlier, like we were talking about earlier. You come here, you have a championship caliber team, you win a championship, then we just keep going.
And then the fan base turns against you.
I don't think did they turn against them? I don't hear
a little bit. Slowly happens. So when you go to a rebuild mode, you slowly lose your fan base. They slowly turn against you, and then
nobody cheers for a team that's losing, right?
And that's when you decide to do the rebuild. Once your fan base is gone, then you're like, okay, we gotta get some new blood in here. We're gonna be losing for 5 more years, but we need draft picks, we need new players, we need trades, we need to work. Basketball is different from hockey, though, okay? Because it's not like you have 4 lines going out there. Only a certain amount of people play in that game. So drafts happen differently too. Like when a first-round draft pick happens in the NBA, I find a lot more fail than like an NHL team. And
you got if you're a top pick in the NBA draft, you got to play right away. You got to put out impact player. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Like I don't like using that word bust, but sometimes these guys don't do it to that building and everything. They don't reach the potential and everything. It sucks. It's a hard league, man. It's easy. It's hard, man.
And sometimes the potential's rushed at that age. Like look at Wiggins, right?
Yeah.
Took him a while to develop, but he's not like a number 1 in my opinion.
Yeah,
like
he's a great role player for a solid NBA championship team. A team that's winning championship. He's a great role player. He knows his job and everything. Andrew Wiggins. So.
But like that's the type of player you get with a number 1. Like
LeBron was different.
Yeah.
LeBron, Elijah Duncan, Shaq, Iverson. The match was he was number 1. Magic was number 1 overall pick.
My number 1 pick is LeBron's foot doctor. We should get into that right now, okay? So the Lakers.
You want to, yeah.
What place were they in?
You're currently right now. Last I checked, I think they're in 8th or 9th place. Let me double check.
When I hear Lakers, all I think is Austin Reeves.
He's killing it right
now. That guy's a boss. What college did he go to? Do you know?
Currently, the Lakers are winning right now against Minnesota. Shit. Come on, Anthony Edwards.
I don't mind the Lakers winning, but
that's my guy.
They're 9th. The Lakers are 9th place right now.
If they do some damage in the playoffs, I better not hear LeBron come out and say
the Raps of the West.
how he did it, because when he left, they were sitting outside the playoff spot. Now that they're in, now his foot doctor says he's good to go.
Well, winners win. He probably just wants to play, right? And he's trying to big himself up and mentally be like, you could do this, just get her done.
Lil Bronny's been making shockwaves too.
Oh yeah, but
he's a good player. I don't think he's a top high school recruiter.
I have that written down. Like Bronny made that big time 3 ball.
Yeah, he's a good player, but I don't think I gotta see him in college.
They're saying he's a 5-star top prospect.
Yeah, there's a player.
I don't know if they're saying it because that's LeBron's son. I don't know.
Of course, that's probably
but
partial.
I haven't really seen him play. I have to watch some more of his film and everything.
Sierra Canyon.
There's a top player right now in college trying to recruit him. I forgot who it was.
College? Ohio. Well, everyone keeps saying Ohio State because LeBron's from Ohio, Akron.
No, it's the top player in college ball right now. He's trying to recruit him. I think it's
Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller's a bit. No, he declared for the NBA draft.
And there's another 2 guys that declared for it. Someone on. I want to say South Carolina, but that's wrong because I'm thinking of the women's NCAA.
Yeah, they play.
The Gamecocks are sick. You gotta watch out for them.
Raptors, unfortunately, Raptors lost by 7. They're under 500 again.
Yeah, and then I also have, like, we were just talking about, the Marcus Aldridge retires for a second time.
Yeah.
First time was what? Because he had, like, a heart condition? Something happened on the court,
yeah,
right?
heart condition, yeah.
Apparently he's teasing. Bronny James is teasing to go to Ohio State.
Well,
Yeah, because LeBron's from Ohio,
Akron, right?
Akron.
Who do you think's going to win MVP? Who is it? Embiid?
It's basically
no,
Embiid,
Jokic,
Jokic, and
and,
Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis. Who
Uh,
do you like?
First of all,
'Cause what,
how ironic
Joker
is
won
it?
it last 2 years, no?
How ironic! All the European, all the same 3 guys. You're all European, not American.
The European players are
Hard work pays off.
underrated, I think, in my opinion.
Tell you the best thing that happened to the NBA was the Dream Team going to Barcelona, expanding the game.
Huh?
Yeah, no, I mean when the Dream Team went to Barcelona in '92, the Olympics,
Oh, okay,
and the game
okay.
just exploded and everything,
Right.
and like all these European players are coming out now.
Is that what they say on the yacht?
Me personally, I think Embiid should win it, but it's gonna be a toss up. If Jokic wins it though, he has to come out the end. He has to go to the finals. There's no way in hell.
Yeah,
You
Tatum fizzled out fast.
Yeah, there's no way you can win three straight MVPs and not make it to NBA finals.
Yeah.
Because I
He's
like
serious.
Jokic.
That guy's a game
I like Jokic,
changer,
but I'm
game
gonna
breaker.
be on
on him too. But like you said, like you gotta win.
and Embiid's gotta make it past the second round.
Mavericks are pissing me off right now, to be honest.
I don't think Luka wants. I don't think Luka likes Kyrie there. I don't think.
He said, I have a feeling it's not my fault, but you seen that interview?
Yeah, I saw the interview.
And no one's talking about it, but I think there was a job there.
Yeah.
I really do. I think he's like, there's
I don't-
people that are like getting paid really well here and not really well. He didn't say pay, but he said something along the lines that like the blame's not being going the right way.
The problem with Dallas though is that Dallas doesn't have. They're horrible defensively, and their starting center is that Canadian kid Dwight Powell. He's a good player, but the team historically team is bad defensively on the
Yeah,
defense
their
side of the
defense
basketball.
is
Who
shite.
did they get rid of for Kyrie?
They got rid of Spencer Dinwiddie and Denny Finn Smith. That guy, he's a great perimeter defender. Those guys you lose and everything. Now look, they're great offensively, but they just can't play defensively. Man.
Even Kyrie yesterday, he said they asked him like, "What are the playoffs sort of looking like?" He's like, "The playoffs look like a clusterfuck right now."
Mm-hmm.
That's literally
I
what he
personally
said.
just think he doesn't want to be Dallas. He wants to get to LA.
He said he's happy there, but whatever.
I think that actually in the playoffs this year, this is the most.
Nah, because I think they're 3 games behind below
Yeah, they're
500.
close, but they're out.
New Orleans, Minnesota, Lakers. Lakers are
Come on, Zion.
Lakers are currently beating Minnesota right now.
But who do you have for the NBA championship this year? This is the most unpredictable year for me, to be honest with you.
It's good for the
Phoenix.
NBA. It's good for the
Phoenix
NBA, man.
Suns.
I'm not gonna lie. It's good for the NBA. You have some parity. You
That's
don't
my
know.
pick.
You don't know.
Phoenix Suns, which
Miami's
was my
in,
next
right?
note. Durant. Remember Durant's first home debut? He rolled his ankle in the warm up.
Yeah, I
So
see that.
yesterday was the redo of the home debut,
He played a good
and
game.
like Devin Booker apparently like went off and they won.
Yeah.
And I think they smoked Dallas. Wasn't
Well,
it?
Durant and
Minnesota.
Booker.
Oh, yeah, Minnesota,
Going by
Minnesota.
7.
Yeah,
One-
Minnesota.
107,
If Durant and Booker do this, meet in the middle there.
Only I do things like that.
But if those two coexist, that's a deadly.
When I saw my
Very
phone,
good
I saw my phone on mock draft. I think about trading Chris Paul for Drew Holiday, a swap.
I'd
Another
get
note I
Chris
just
Paul,
have written
no
down
problem.
here: Drew Holiday just got his 50-point game.
Yep.
Ripping it. For the
Yeah,
Bucks.
so definitely get rid of Chris Paul right
And
now. He's
then
getting
also
older.
the other thing I have written down here is
Probably get a draft pick with it too.
Sacramento Kings and the longest NBA ever in history playoff drought by making the playoffs.
Yeah, they
this
ended
year.
it. I
Yeah,
seen
they
that
ended it.
yesterday.
Yeah.
The last time was 2006. What was the biggest two in 2006? Young Jocks Going Down. I remember that. The movie ATL came out. T.I.'s King album was killing.
Dave Chappelle show was on like a.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Hot
No,
Atlanta. Hot Atlanta was
Dave Chappelle
booming.
had that block party special. I remember he had that 2006.
Wait, we were just bumping the old DVDs back
Yeah,
then.
back then we had
Not Blu-ray, DVDs.
X-Men: The Last Stand came out. The World Cup was 2000. That was the year that Zidane headbutted.
Yeah, Zinedine Zidane.
Zidane headbutted Marco. I can't pronounce the guy's last name. That was 2006. Damn,
Bonucci or
Yeah.
like
Marco Billet. Rotz. I can't remember. Feel
yeah,
sorry,
Marcos
man.
Bonucci or
Hey man,
something.
that was the year after high school.
Damn, man.
That's huge though. He was going out with a bang and then he went out with a.
Wow.
That was
Yeah,
the
but-
summer of high school.
that was the year Dwayne Wade won. That was the year the Miami Heat won the championship that year. That was the
Oh,
year.
yeah.
That was the year Kobe Bryant scored 81 on Toronto Raptors. Man, wow.
Man, time flies.
Wow,
Jalen
17
Rose,
years,
thanks,
man.
bud.
Here we are in our late 30s. And
Wow. Yeah, but shouts to Sacramento Kings. Happy for
Yeah.
for Mike Brown, Darian Fox, Sabonis, all those guys. That city deserves it, man.
After all the shit you just said, I'm just happy I got my diploma now. Shit.
I can go a lot in 2006, man. 2006 was a man.
2006.
What was the movie of the year,
Smoking
though?
weed at Humber College. Killing it.
The Carolina Hurricanes won the Stanley Cup that year.
Oh my God, yeah. That's
St. Louis
right.
Cardinals beat the Detroit Tigers in 5 games in the World Series. And that was the year that the 06
Mr.
season.
London going into the
06 season, well, 05 Pittsburgh won again. But it's hot football so different. With
He
that.
has his own like database that no
Sorry,
one knows
guys.
Yeah,
about.
it's his
I can't help
terabyte.
it, man. I can't
External
help it,
hard
man.
drive.
Unplug him.
And then the last thing I had for NBA was Austin Reeves, like from the Lakers we were just talking about. Who's Pat Bev did like you're small to LeBron
Yeah. I see
last
that.
night. Apparently, like Reeves or some like dropped a 3 in Pat Bev's
I
face.
saw
and
that. I
he
heard
was
about
like,
that.
You're small and shit.
Got
So I just want to know your thoughts on that.
He's got some moxie to him. I like
Yeah,
that.
the
man.
white boy,
Yeah.
freaking Austin Reeves. What was his
You-
college?
I can't remember what it's called. I got
You
Google it.
honestly need
I wonder
that
if he's like
in the
Duke or
game. though.
Kentucky or something.
I think that's what the game's lacking nowadays is guys with that competitive
Yeah,
edge where they get in your face
that
and be
grit.
like,
Yeah, like let's go.
the guys who tell you, I'm the best, you're not. Like,
You ain't shit.
and it's not just basketball, it's every sport. NFL, it's all about the money now.
Oh, yeah,
You
it's
need
all
those
about the money.
players. Morant on the Grizzlies.
Ja,
Yeah, on the
his
Grizzlies.
first game back was last night.
That guy has a killer edge to him. Like he goes out there and you don't believe. Wait, a lot of people don't believe he's the best player in the league, but he goes out there and believes it. So he plays like one of the best
Wichita
players.
State
You know what he
and
just did,
Oklahoma.
Yeah, with the gun.
Yeah.
He went with Wichita State.
Sooner?
And yeah, he went to Wichita State, and he went to Oklahoma.
Wichita.
Jay Morant had the gun situation just happen to him,
Yeah.
so he just got off suspension
Flashing it.
now.
I'm honestly, man, like
Yesterday, yeah, it was his first
no,
game back.
he played last week.
Last week?
Last week he came out the week before.
But guess what? If he
I
did
thought it
that
was
in
this
Florida, totally legal.
I'm just saying, I know, but if it's totally legal, but if I'm just
Not a
saying,
good look.
if David Stern was still the commissioner,
He
he'd
gone.
at least get 20, 25 games. Because David Stern
Oh, yeah.
he ran the league on iron fist, man. Look at Ron Artest.
But
No,
all
suppose.
managers are businessmen.
World
That guy is he's a buy for the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies don't have much.
Well, I'm just saying, like, when you heard an endorsement, this Powerade had a sponsor, a commercial,
Devin Brooks,
and
they
they
got.
pulled it out.
But they could do that. But if he continues to play really good,
No, but he'll get it
He'll-
back.
he'll
He'll
get
get
it
it
back.
back. He'll get it back. I think Nike. He replaced Kyrie Irving as Nike. I don't know if his shoes are coming out as well too.
Jordan back in the 90s could have smoked a big joint in the middle of the court, got all his endorsements taken away from him. Then he could have played the next game and they all would have bought back into him.
Shout out to the GOAT, MJ.
But that's true, right? Like, money speaks, right?
Yeah.
He smoked a lot of cigars though. That was Jordan. He smoked a lot of cigars.
Still does. So, what do you want to dive into? NFL, NHL,
Some hockey talk. Well, at least clinch playoffs this week.
Because
playoff?
Florida lost. Not because we won, Florida lost.
But shout out to Matthew Tkachuk. Got a back-to-back. No, what do I have written here? Matt Tkachuk hits 100 points in the second straight season.
Yeah,
Just
Connor
got
McDavid got
100
300.
points in Calgary last year. Traded to Florida. 100 points this
Yeah,
year.
look how trash
But
Calgary
Fantasy
is.
hockey guys.
But
That's
hold on,
something to
did
take
he
in.
sign with Florida or did he get
He got
traded?
traded.
Trade, he asked for it.
We asked for.
Oh, yeah,
Did he ask for a signing trade? Was it a signing trade?
Talk to this guy.
I don't think so. I think he got traded.
Did he sign? Because
He,
sometimes
he told him, "Hey, I don't want to be here no more." He told him ahead of time so like they can trade him for assets. And yeah, it was just a regular trade.
That's what Nazem Kadri's saying right now too.
he's in Calgary right now. Now
But look at that trade. Calgary was all like he did a couple dirty hits in Calgary. The fans all went behind him. They all started saying all this smack talk. But yet you had Brady Tkachuk showing up to the playoffs in a Calgary shirt. Like,
It's the coach though. They're all like bitching about Suter.
yeah, but Suter's a
Brent Suter.
legend, man. Like you can't.
Because he was the coach for LA all day. Boy, my second favorite
It-
hockey team.
It would piss me off what some of
Kings.
these GMs and stuff do, but at the same time, it shows class in the league still, where class is not shown. As long as everyone does it on a team, then I agree. You should
Yeah.
do it. You should be a team player. That's
yeah.
the rules.
Well, winners win. That's all.
Do you ever watch
That's all
Goon?
counts now.
When the guy spits on the cymbal and he gets up, wipes it down, you gotta respect your team.
Is that with Sean Williams,
Yeah.
Scott, and Levi? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Your
It's like
team
you
comes
never-
before
Yeah,
yourself.
you never walk on the logo in your dressing room.
And that's what the problem with all sports is right now. Well, from the sports you play on a team to the single sports like boxing.
Yeah.
Everybody wants the money. Either the boxers are cutting their gyms out or the teams are cutting their teammates out. If the Leafs, out of all three players that they have on their team, if one of those guys said, hey, I'm going to take half a pay cut right now, right? Tavares like, oh, I want to play for the Leafs. Oh, yeah, but I also want $11 million. You cut that $11 million in half, you get another $6 million player on your team. Everyone wants to complain about defense and start complaining about like Dubas. We should be complaining about the players that are taking this money. You're basically saying, hey, I want to play for Toronto, but I'm going to take all the money so we can't build a proper team. And Tavares' contract's up in 2 years.
Yeah.
And you think they're going to sign him for $11 million?
Like
He's getting up there in age too as well.
So all that $11 million, guess who that's going to go to? Mr. Matthews. Well, he's already on a max, so he's good.
He's going to LA. You heard it here first. I told you that 6 months ago.
I'm hearing that he's going to leave Toronto.
He ain't going to go to Toronto. He ain't leaving. You get treated like gold here.
They don't win this
Only
year.
Kawhi had the balls to do that.
He's gone.
I don't know, man. Hockey's different.
Yeah,
like,
then it'll be Marner's our guy, and then
but he goes to LA.
Willie leaves. And
is the market as big as the Rangers or the Leafs? No.
It's Los
Rangers
Angeles.
are dangerous. And the Devils, bro. Watch out.
Los Angeles is the second biggest market in North America.
Well,
it's La La Land.
What he just said there, my pick actually for the Stanley Cup this year is New Jersey Devils.
That's Mike Callahan.
So my next,
I know, I hate it. I hate saying it. I hate it.
My next point, though, I had 70 points in 70 games for Quinn Hughes. He plays on Vancouver. Is that Jack Hughes' brother?
Yeah, they're related. I'm not sure, brother, cousin, whatever it is, but they're related. Yeah, I remember.
That's why I wrote it down because I wanted to ask you because I wasn't sure. But like, I knew Jack Hughes had a brother who was like supposed to be a phenom. This guy's got 70 points, 70 games. It's crazy.
But as a defenseman, you don't get as noticed as much as a forward. You know, like
unless you're like Nick Lidstrom or Cale Makar, or friggin'
like when he becomes a free agent, when me and you'll talk about it. Like we should get Jack Hughes, Quinn Hughes, whatever, right? But then no one else will talk about it, and then we'll sign him. Oh,
just for score updates, Pacers are leading the Thunder 118-117, less than 60 left in the game. Jazz, Celtics, 3:30 left in the game. Celtics up by 16. Hawks, Nets up by 23 points. Under 3 in the game. Knicks are putting a clobber on the Cavs right now.
Yeah, Julius Randle out 2 weeks with a what? Ankle roll?
Yep, Pistons, Rockets, who cares? The team is shit. 78-76 Rockets, Clippers. We're getting slapped by Memphis and Jazz, 78-62. Lakers are losing.
They don't have Kawhi or PG though.
Lakers and T-Wolves. Lakers up by 1 in the third quarter, and Raptors lost, and Hornets lost. Sorry guys, but yeah, I'm just getting an update on sports.
Sorry, no problem. That's what we're
here
for. 6 Sports, boy.
Also, since we're in hockey right now, Boston has had 9 games left, and they just played 2. I think they won 1, lost 1, but they have to win 6 out of those 9 games to be the
first team to get 60 wins or 100 points.
To be the first, the best record in the season.
But they are the fastest team to win 50 games
and clinch.
Yeah. And hockey and football and baseball scores update: White Sox lead Astros, those cheaters, 3-0 in the top of the 6th.
Wait, who?
Astros.
Don't worry, they lost.
They won.
Yeah. And Marlins beat the Mets 2-1, and we got the Rockies, Padres, D-backs, Dodgers, and Guardians.
No, they lost them now. I wish they lost them 50 games in a 182 game freaking season. Like, Jesus.
Yeah,
baseball's different, man. I hope they get injured at the end of the season, not the beginning.
You stand out there with the best sunglasses ever and chew
for the first 70 games. You don't have to do shit. You just have to stand there.
You do.
I'll just give the rundown of baseball scores and basketball scores and hockey scores too, right?
Yeah, I got hockey right here.
Rock them out, but
so we have a big upset actually today. That's already finished. Buffalo beat the Rangers 3-2.
What do you mean by Buffalo's sick? Dylan Cousins, Tyler
still sitting
Jones.
on the outside of the playoffs. That's why the Rangers might have lost, though.
Bro.
They might not want to play.
They got Alex Tuck. Watch out for Buffalo.
If I was Rangers and the Leafs right now, I'd be juggling the lines up right now with anybody. I don't care about the loss. You're not going to lose second. You're not going to go to third. You're going to go third. You're facing Tampa.
You have to win to get in, and if you lose, you're already out.
Lose every game from here on out. Try out every line,
baby. Let's go.
No, you won't even get there. In our division, you'll probably get third.
The Canadians get that fucking trade, bro.
Which kid?
Connor Bedard.
Did you guys say Chicago might get him the Blackhawks?
As long as he doesn't go to Arizona. That would be the match he's fired.
Chicago, Columbus, Montreal.
I think Columbus.
You think Columbus will get him?
Fuck that.
Winnipeg's up on Detroit right now, 5-0, going in the third. And our late night games tonight are Calgary, Vancouver, and Dallas and Arizona. Which Dallas is... Again,
Nick Robertson and friggin'
I like that Nick Robertson kid. I really do.
I have a couple things for NFL. Like all I had was like Young and Stroud for the quarterback coming up.
Let's do the standings first.
Yeah, do it.
So standings for the East: Atlantic, Boston, Toronto, the Lightning. Like that's never going to change for the next 5
Yeah,
years.
we'll have to play Tampa, and then whoever wins
Just
that
by the
has
way,
to play the winner
NHL
of
needs to go back to
Boston.
that 1 to 8. I'm sick and tired of this crap. Well,
I'm
that's just me
saying.
personally.
And they said this, again, they're like, no, we're not going to change it. There's no intention of changing it back.
You got Hurricanes, Devils,
Go
and
to hell.
Rangers sitting
Go
on
to
the
hell, Batman.
Metro. The wild card spots go to Islanders and Penguins.
Penguins, watch out, dude. Sidney Crosby is literally putting the team on his back
Yeah,
and carrying
Hold
him.
on. Where's Malcolm? Is he injured right now?
He was injured, and then he comes back, and then he's out for a week, then he's back for 2 weeks. Like,
If
but
they make
Crosby
it, though.
is like on a tear
Consistent
right
right
now,
now.
bro.
Florida sits with
If
83
they're in,
points on the
it's
outside of the
coming down.
wild card, and Pittsburgh has 84. But
I like Florida, bro.
Florida has a game in hand.
But their goalie stinks. But
Their goalie their coach just lost it on them the other day. I was watching that off
well,
Barstool.
sometimes you need to get lost on.
It happens. Like Florida has a soft team. I'm sorry to say they don't hit. Like they have such good skaters though. But then they lost Ekblad, all those guys over the off seasons. They lost all their toughness.
Matt Tkachuk.
Yeah, but that's one
Forget the
guy
tou-
that could power.
Forget
us,
the
so.
toughness. If you're getting 100 points a season and winning games, like, well, sorry, bud. Like, I liked fighting, but now we're gonna score.
You know
again.
what? I kind of like Ottawa still, man. I kind of.
Oh,
They
that
have
was nice.
they have
It's
7
goaltending.
games
It all
left.
comes down to goaltending.
I think they could pull it off.
I don't.
The Sens?
Yeah.
I heard some rich guys think about buying the Ottawa Senators.
Ryan
too.
Reynolds
Yeah.
is on it.
Well, I heard
The actor, Deadpool.
maybe.
Him and Atlanta Morse might try and buy. I know she's from Ottawa.
And here's the West. The West, I never thought I'd ever say this, but I pretty sure at the starting of the season I said Minnesota wasn't going to do
Yeah, I
shit.
know the Knights. The
They're
Golden Knights
first.
are in.
in the West.
Yeah, and then LA all day.
Yeah, so Minnesota in the Central's first,
Yeah,
Dallas,
Soda.
Colorado.
Pre-soft. Watch out for that guy.
Specific is Vegas, Edmonton, LA.
Connor McDavid killing it. If you watch hockey, that's like that.
And then you have Wild Card, which no one's catching up, but the Kraken.
Yeah, Seattle. Berniers. That guy's sick.
I know Lisa got the pick on Timmy's. And
That
then
guy is lighting the lamp.
and then the Jets behind them. And then the closest thing to them
You know what
is
that means?
Calgary,
Lighting the lamp?
Nashville.
When you score on a goalie, the light behind them goes on.
Yeah.
So when
Light
you
the
say
lamp.
lighting the lamps, bringing top corner hockey by, like,
So you have Kraken's
Send that
Winnipeg
right
in the wild card, and then you have Calgary and Nashville chasing them.
Smashville, I love every time. Calgary stinks, but
Calgary's closest one though.
yeah,
I think Nashville sucks
but
more
the
than
coach is
Calgary.
effed, and like the whole team's like, man, you need to smarten up, and like he's not. So it's like, no, I don't, no chance.
That's the hockey news.
Sick, bro. Meat Stick killing it with the hockey update. I just had a couple things. QBs, we talked about it, Youngstrava, but Marvin Jones, me and you, Meat Stick and I, we love the Detroit Lions. You like the
Mhm.
Lions?
Well, we can talk about
But
football.
we lost. Remember Williams? Meat Stick's like #1 running back.
Montgomery went there though.
Oh man,
Yeah, for Chicago, he went there.
my running back. But yo, they got a
I
couple
traded
good
you
guys.
him.
Yeah, I traded you him so you could win when your guy was injured.
I took what's his name?
But Marvin Jones is back with the Lions 1 year. Lamar Jackson, I wanted to ask you about. What do you think about that? Like,
No one's gonna
they
buy
threw a
that.
they threw a franchise tag on him.
Okay.
I knew. See,
I
I,
got
put
something
Lamar
too for
Jackson
this.
question mark. You see it.
No, I looked this up. I have some things
Honestly,
too.
God, man, like I didn't know, like he didn't. I did not know he didn't have a. I didn't know he had a. He doesn't have any endorsement deal.
Nothing.
If he had an agent, his agent would have gotten that stuff.
And his manager is his mom.
And the best thing for Lamar Jackson, like the Baltimore Ravens offered him fully guaranteed, $133 million 3-year contract, fully guaranteed. But the problem is Kyler Murray got $169 million guaranteed. But Kyler Murray can throw in the pocket. Lamar Jackson's not really proven in the pocket, and he's more athletic around the pocket. But he's not really a proven passer, and he gets injured. His durability is a problem. Me personally, I think he should get his money, but no one like that. Deshaun Watson contract is an outlier. No one's getting that money, man. I'm telling you right now. But the best thing for Lamar Jackson, he has to get it. I wish he got an agent because the agent would have put him in a better situation right now.
Didn't he sit out because of his contract?
No, he played last year.
No, but in the
He got
playoffs.
hurt.
No, he said there's so much thing like that is PCL. Like it was just so much things right now. And like I don't know if he
He
put
was
out his.
supposed to get guaranteed money, right? And then they weren't going to pay him.
But
And
as
he's
a
like, why am I
coach-
going to play if I'm going to get hurt and
This
I'm
is
not
why-
guaranteed the
This
money?
is what
So F
I
that,
never-
I'm
That
not
kills
playing.
his
That kills the whole team.
trade
first
value
of all.
too.
but
No, but that's like
His
a superstar guy.
because like teams like bought that tender the contract they offer from that franchise tag, teams can try and match that, right? The teams can offer him a contract.
Mm-hmm.
Will the Ravens match it? But I don't know if teams are going to match that because they don't want to pay a running quarterback all type of money. Like I said,
I would pick up
And with the
Lamar
rumor,
so quick. Isn't
even
he
if it's a
from
rumor,
Florida?
yeah, he wants to.
Bro, come
That's a
play for
liability.
Miami, throw Tua in there, and then once he gets his next concussion, our backup's Lamar Jackson.
You can't
Got
have
the
Tua.
cheetah.
You
We got
can't-
Jalen Ramsey.
You can't have Tua
We
and
got
Lamar
Jalen
Jackson in
Waddle.
the same team. You
Yeah,
can't have that.
Come
There's no
on,
way it's not
why?
gonna happen.
Dude,
You
if I
have
can't
that.
win with the Leafs, 1967, give me the Dolphins, man.
I think Tua still has a lot in him.
Tua, like honestly,
You know
I
what
think
he's doing though now? You know what he did because he keeps getting the head injuries? Jiu-jitsu.
Oh, crash dummies?
No, like
Car
he started,
accidents randomly?
he starts doing jiu-jitsu, like getting his neck all effed with, so like he can.
I'm
hopefully
hearing
adapt to it.
I'm hearing
He needs to
Washington.
stretch.
But me and you
It's all
both,
neck
me and
injuries,
you
really.
both know where it's like impact, like
Yeah, that's what I
It's like
mean. He doesn't know how to
your
take
head,
the
like,
hit.
snaps.
He
Yeah,
stops
yeah.
it.
you're done
It hits-
later.
Slaps
clicks
him
his
in
head.
the
Too late. As soon as it's like forward going back.
I honestly have a video on my TikTok of Tua doing this on the field. Look,
Yeah, you're welcome.
Look it up to the ceiling.
But
And we're not laughing at that.
But I'm
but,
saying in
like,
general,
come on.
I'm hearing Washington's interested, the Colts,
That's another thing I was gonna bring up.
Detroit. Like I
The
think
Commanders.
I think Detroit would be a nice. I think
Who
Detroit.
would benefit the most?
like
Not
Detroit
where he
this
might
year.
go. Who would benefit the most?
Detroit. I think Washington.
Who would benefit the most? Like what team would benefit the most off Lamar Jackson?
Detroit. Detroit. Like my
Or the Colts.
the Dolphins. The Dolphins basically picked up Tua's fifth-year option. If they did it,
They're
I would
going
say
with
Miami.
Tua.
But
But
me
he's
personally, I say
He's a
Detroit.
Band-Aid, dude.
Falcons?
Yeah.
The Falcons spent so much
Yeah,
money
Mariota.
on defensive. No, Mariota. They
They
released
got
Mariota.
But who would benefit
Mariota's
the
with,
most from him
Philadelphia.
on that team?
Philadelphia.
Who would benefit most? Now, who's going to get him? Not that.
Detroit.
Who should go after
Detroit.
him? Like,
I think Detroit should.
if
have.
you were that coach on whatever
and word
team,
on the
Detroit.
street is
Detroit.
New England. Pats.
but they have Matt Ryan, don't they?
New England, Mac Jones.
Matt Jones, yeah.
It's a big year for Mac Jones because I know
Lamar
they got
Jackson
Bill
is
O'Reilly coming back
26
as
years
offensive
old. This guy's like a
coordinator.
superstar.
Yeah, but there's not much difference between them. Like, they're the same game. One's getting older, isn't he?
Who?
Like,
Mac
Lamar
Jones.
Jackson's getting older, isn't
He's
he?
26.
26.
He looks older.
But yo, Mac Jones is the guy with the freaking beer belly, and like Lamar Jackson's like 6'3" or whatever, like 6-pack ready to go.
Yeah, but look at all the controversy
his
behind him. You think
downfall.
Belichick's
His
gonna have him,
downfall is like
there?
I can outrun this guy. And he's gonna run and then gets smoked in the knee on the side. Gone.
But if those rumors are true,
Mac
that means
Jones
his
is like, I'm gonna
ego's
step
up.
back and toss his
Lamar
kicks, man.
Jackson's ego's up. Plus, you were talking about his management with his mother.
I'm telling you, Florida's a
Do you
big.
think Belichick's gonna put up with all that shit?
No,
I think Bill Belichick.
Belichick won't put up with no bullshit.
Right? So you gotta think about that too. Like, yeah, you're on the team.
I already thought about
But
that.
now
That's
that
why you gotta
coach
come to
has-
Florida, dog.
You got, yeah, no.
Ramsey, Waddle, Cheetah,
I could see something
Do you
big
know who
happening
Cheetah
in
Tyreek Hill.
You know what?
I mean, in
Honestly,
Dolphins.
we probably gotta wait till the NFL draft. 'Cause that's a lot of that's a lot of trades happening on the NFL draft night. So look up for the NFL draft because
What
that's a
about
lot
my
of stuff
Raiders?
happening.
Later, Carr, welcome Jimmy G, which is the same bullshit. Anyways, like
Apparently, I heard Devontae Adams was pissed
we're
off.
gonna be running the ball a lot more. That's all. Because
Yeah.
Devontae Adams not gonna
Aaron
get the
Rodgers
throw
is
to him
going
anymore.
the
It's gonna be
Jets,
running
and he
ball.
gets Randall Cobb back. Like, oh.
Jimmy G does run ball. That's all. Like
Apparently, I heard apparently some brothels in Las Vegas offer Jimmy G, this for life.
he already had it free for life.
You gotta
He has the
let it-
he has the Costco
before
card
you
for those
get that.
brothels, man.
Jimmy G's a good quarterback.
I
but
like
he's
Jimmy.
He's soft.
I miss Jimmy Garoppolo. I think my team did him wrong. Mostly Kyle Shanahan.
Who would you rather have, like
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Matt Ryan or Jimmy G?
For my team, I want Jimmy Garoppolo. I
Would
just
you
don't-
rather
How do you
have
feel about your
Russ,
San Fran this season coming up so far? So far.
Derek Carr or Jimmy G?
Jimmy G.
I think Derek Carr is a better player, but Jimmy G just wins.
So you'd rather have
How do we
him?
know though?
Garoppolo.
How do we know he's a better player? He hasn't seen the
Would
playoffs.
you rather have Teddy Bridgewater or Jimmy G?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G.
Would you rather
Teddy
have
Bridgewater's the guy on the Dolphins, right?
Jordan Love or Jimmy G?
Jimmy G.
That's only because
He's a starter.
It's because you've seen more of Jimmy G.
I have two
And
big
Jimmy
jerseys.
G
And when
sat
they
in the
were from-
background and just watched Tom Brady. Like, oh, that's what you do? Oh, that's awesome.
Everyone mimics Tom Brady nowadays, his game.
Yeah.
So the game's going to evolve on their quarterback side.
All right, what else?
Everyone's
Lamar
trained to
Jackson?
beat Brady.
Commanders are up for auction. A Canadian dude, $6 billion.
Is he going to bring it here?
But Magic Johnson is also in a group with two other guys
Yeah, I heard about that.
on a bid to buy the Washington Commanders for $6 billion. So it's a Canadian guy and some next guy, and
Basically,
then Magic Johnson and two
The
guys.
Canadian guy's not going to get it. Mac Johnson's going to
Why?
get it. Because they want to keep
Why?
it in America. They want to
No.
keep the game in America.
basically,
You're probably right. but
basically,
fuck that.
basically, the NFL wants Daniel Snyder gone from ownership.
We watched the guy in Buffalo, the manager, die
Ralph
for
Wilson?
like 10 years.
Ralph Wilson?
Yeah, when we were trying to buy the team, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he waited long enough so they
What,
could sell the
Doug
team to
Flutie?
somebody else there. Like,
Ralph Wilson. Yeah, Ralph Wilson. I can name that. Yeah, Ralph Wilson was the owner.
I never seen a city be so sad and cheer for someone's death. So
What do
we
you
can buy
mean?
a
You didn't
team.
see Vancouver Canucks lose the Stanley Cup Finals to the Boston Bruins in 2000, whatever that was?
2011?
Freaking started burning everything.
2011, I remember that.
Yeah, I would burn everything too if I'd been
See,
chanting
isn't that good
Lou.
that I have that on par ready for you?
I'd be chanting that too if I was chanting Lou and it sounded like boo all night, and then all of a sudden you lose in 4-0 fashion.
They hate us because they hate us.
They
Don't
lost
worry about
4-0
that.
in that one, right?
I remember that 4-0 that game.
Yeah, you show up to a game 7, your team gets
Bro,
stanked up
I
for
was
nothing.
at-
Like
I
I'm
was-
burning the arena
I was
down.
at Real Sports Bar. My manager was buying drinks for everybody. Leafs are up 4-0 or 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 5-4.
Oh, Boston Leafs?
Yeah.
That was a lockout year, 2013.
And as soon as they
right?
tied it, I looked at everyone. I'm like, this is not good. We're fucked. I'm not even watching this anymore. And
My buddy.
all the screens are this way, and I'm like looking like this the other way. 3, 2, 1. No! What the fudge?
My buddy was with me in
Losing it.
Sudbury.
Not good.
He lived 2 minutes down the road, and he drove to my house to watch the game. He left when we were up. By the time he got home, in that 2-minute drive, it was tie game. By the time he got to his basement, the game was done. Like,
Story, this happens to be a Toronto sports fan. Leafs disappoint us all the time. Raptors, at least we got a championship for the Raptors, but I'm
Yeah.
praying the Blue
The
Jays.
Raptors, then the
let's not be
Heat.
dumb, guys. We already know
Raptors,
Leafs are going to Game
TFC,
7 this
Jays.
year
Leafs need to smarten
against
up.
Tampa Bay. We already know it's going to Game 7. Well, I'll start
Buddy,
cheering
Tampa
that day.
Bay is like the last of our worries. We gotta worry about
Boston,
Rangers,
Yankees.
Yankees, Rangers.
Yankees, hockey, Yankees.
No, I was talking baseball.
We were talking about you said Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
You said the
Tampa.
Leafs.
Yeah,
Oh,
Leafs,
I thought
Tampa.
you were talking baseball. Sorry.
Got confused there, right, man?
But yes, we got.
Tampa thing.
But for Toronto sports teams, you got to worry about the Yankees too because of the AL. But I don't trust that.
What do you mean Tampa won every fucking sport last season? Like
That was
every sport.
COVID year, man.
No,
that
that's
was
2 years
COVID
ago.
year.
Yeah.
The Lakers and the Dodgers won football, baseball,
Okay,
and
well in
basketball.
hockey, Tampa won it like 3 times in a row.
Tampa won at hockey and football.
Twice in a row.
Bullshit. Anyways, yeah.
American team spending money.
And by the
man.
way, 160 days until the NFL season kicks off.
Whatever. We got the NBA title.
Love that. AKA hate that because I have to wait that many
Whatever.
days.
What was it? 2019. We got the NBA title. Yeah, one Canadian team won it. That's
We went.
it.
Meatstick and I went to a gas station to get gas, and they didn't have gas.
Yeah.
And we
I
met a
remember
guy who was on the floor, smoked the biggest Dutch,
Yeah.
took us picture with a payphone because who sees a payphone anymore? Sick day, shite day.
Actually, ever
Took
since that day, I've
forever,
seen a lot of
but a
payphones.
good day. Then
Subway.
I have last couple things written down. I had the Final Four, the San Diego State against Florida Atlantic.
Atlantic, yeah.
So San Diego State's a 5 and Florida Atlantic's a 9. Both teams should not be in here.
People
I
are
kind of want to
saying
go with Florida Atlantic.
people are saying it's not good for college basketball. You don't have the big name, the blue bloods like Duke,
UConn.
UNC. Well, UConn's my team. Kentucky, Michigan,
I'm going
UNC,
for Miami,
Kansas,
but
Arizona,
yeah.
UCLA,
Yeah, Gonzaga,
Gonzaga.
Baylor,
USC, all those schools.
watch your
Oregon.
step, bro.
You scared me.
But yeah, like I said,
This guy's in the Matrix.
like I said, I think UConn. I'm taking UConn to win it this year.
Yeah.
UConn's gonna
You know
win
what? I'm going with Miami.
I'm going UConn. I got UConn winning this year.
This is not a U for UConn. This is a U for University of Miami. Frank Gore.
Frank
right?
Gore, Michael Irvin, Ray
Ooh.
Lewis,
Didn't-
Willis McGahee. I can go on. I think Ray Lewis went there. Ed Reed. I can go. A lot of players went to that school, man.
Alright, so that's all.
Jeremy Shockey went there too. Yeah, tight end for the Giants. He went there.
All I have was shout out Caitlin Clark. Is that her name
Yep.
from Iowa?
Yep.
Apparently, some next girl from Miami again was like, chirp, 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 and she's like, "You're down by 15. Shut the up."
Yeah, I remember.
And then I hear Tony Kornheiser and Mike Wilbon like, "This is probably the best college basketball player I've ever seen." And I'm like waiting for them to say like women's or something. Like, no, the greatest college basketball player I've ever seen. One of, you know.
the great college
And
basketball.
I need to like watch some videos. Like I need to know this stuff. We need to know this stuff. At 6 Sports, like that's what we do. We all we want to do is know all the sports. I had to give her a shout out for sure.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah. But the greatest college basketball player is Lou Alcindor. That's the greatest college basketball player of all time. Lou
As
Alcindor.
soon as I said it, I seen your face change.
Lou Alcindor is the greatest college basketball player. If
like
you guys,
that.
for those guys who know Lou Alcindor, that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Ripper.
Lou Alcindor, that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar before he could change his name to Kareem. That's Lou Alcindor, the greatest college basketball player of all time.
Greatest college. There's no such thing as greatest college. It's only greatest in the world.
College player at the time, Lou Alcindor, a.k.a. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
College students. You can't say who's the best college student.
Tiger Woods, Stanford
Tiger
University.
Woods.
With the Stanford?
Yeah.
I know that.
Elon Musk.
What?
I know Tiger Woods.
I didn't know that. I went to California. Long story short, went to California, met some girls in Mexico, went to go to a wedding, got threatened, didn't go to the wedding.
Found out his name was Greg.
So you know what I was doing? I went to Stanford University on Friday to watch college football. It was alumni day, and that's when I found out it was like what was the background? It was like architectural or something. Like all the fans were like 50 years, 60 years old, and I'm just like, this is amazing. They're like, oh, you're here for alumni day.
Andrew Luck went to that school.
Then I found out Tiger Woods was like superstar. Tiger. I watched Stanford lose Saturday. Watch Golden State at the new Chase Stadium. Ripping it. Sunday, Levi Stadium. Watch Carolina Panthers get smoked by the Niners. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You said Tiger Woods a lot of times, but didn't something just happen with him?
Yeah.
Something with him and his son or something like that's happening?
They're amazing.
No, he's having a hard time. His son, something came up with the wife, the ex-wife, and
I don't know nothing about
she doesn't want him to play or something like that. The son?
The son.
Charlie?
Yeah.
Charlie doesn't want Tiger's their son playing golf.
Let me look it up right now.
Good luck telling Charlie, because Charlie's just as good as his dad.
No, apparently he's siding with the ex-wife or something like that.
Tiger?
Don't get me wrong. Right.
I don't believe that for anything. Side note, Formula One, the season just started.
Yep.
Red Bull, killing it. So every team, right, there's 10 teams in Formula One.
Yeah.
And each team has 2 drivers. Red Bull, in the first 2 races, driver 1, first place, driver 2, second place. Race 2, driver 2, first place, driver 1, second place. And then I just had 2 questions. What's the next big UFC card coming up? And when's Usyk fighting? And who is he fighting?
So
Is he
Usyk
fighting
and Fury are supposed to fight on April
And then who's
29th.
on Anthony Joshua fighting?
No, I love Fury.
Isn't there 2 big fights coming
No,
up? Like
but-
boxing fights?
Oh, Davis and Garcia. I'm missing that fight. Hell,
Joshua fights
Let's
tomorrow.
watch that together. What?
Yeah,
What fight?
Joshua.
Anthony Joshua.
He fights tomorrow. But Joshua's not as big of a name as he was before because he's lost against Usyk.
Don't you remember that intro?
Anthony Ruiz. Andy Ruiz.
You
he lost
called
to.
that.
And if you saw that intro, you know what we're talking about.
He lost to Andy Ruiz. I remember that fight. I watched that fight.
But with
Usyk and Fury apparently are supposed to fight
That's my
on.
guy, dude.
They had some
Usyk.
contract dispute,
That
something
guy's
going on with
a
that.
So
I heard
Fury
about
was supposed to fight Usyk April 29th, but then Usyk, and I respect Usyk a lot more now, and I lost respect for Fury.
Yeah, fighting the war in Ukraine.
So
yeah.
Fury, he's pushing weight against Usyk, saying, "Oh, fine, I'll fight you, but
Yeah,
I'm
he's scared-
taking
yeah, he's scared.
no." He said, "I'll take a." Usyk gets 30%, and then
70%?
Fury gets 70%. Usyk
What?
turns around and calls.
Isn't Usyk the champ?
No, they're
Or
both champ.
F that.
No, but Fury has the better
I got my
championship.
money on Usyk.
No,
though.
Fury has the better record. I would have settled for
So even if
60-40.
Even if Usyk wins, he only gets 30%. And
Yeah, but he gets that championship.
F
And if
that.
he wants
No
the
way.
rematch, Usyk could turn around and be like, I want 90-10. Like, whatever he wants. Because that championship that Fury has is the biggest championship out there. That's like the Muhammad Ali's, the George Foreman's, the...
Joe Frazier.
They all held that
So
one.
Rocky Balboa,
Joe Frazier.
which is not a real
And here's
thing,
the
but
weirdest
a real
thing. Those 2 titles haven't been held together since Lennox Lewis.
I have my
I love
money
Lennox Lewis,
on
man.
Usyk, bro.
I have it on Fury still. I
I
think
just,
he's
want, I just want to see a good fight.
Remember when Usyk came out Astronaut Day? The first time we ever seen him? And Josh comes out, big boss, big things. This guy comes out with like the full, like,
stiff
I love
face, walks out.
everybody. But out in Asia, when you walk around Japan and China, they have like the full like face shields and shit.
I'm a
You
fight
look
fan.
like an astronaut. Usyk came out with that thing, and me and Jeff, or me and Mystic are just
We were all about
We're
Joshua.
like laughing
first,
around and joking and shit. Like Joshua had the sickest.
Not even gonna
intro.
lie, we were all about Joshua when
And
he was
then-
walking out.
And then U6 record came out. I was like 13-0.
Yeah,
And I looked at Meesting. I'm like,
and Joshua
This
just
guy's
lost
never
to
lost.
Ruiz.
this guy's never lost, and he looks like an astronaut.
And Joshua just lost to Ruiz
And
before.
ever since that fight, he's never lost.
Guy's
That's
fucking
my-
going
that's my-
cross-eyed. He's just in war
Yeah,
with
yeah,
fucking
that's-
Ukraine,
yeah,
man.
that's
Like,
my-
the guy's nuts.
That's my Luke Skywalker, dude.
Sorry, man. If you're a boxing champion, then they send you to fucking Ukraine to go to war.
And sorry about that, 6 Sports fan. We're just rambling on just because we miss
Think
you guys
about it,
so
though.
much. Episode
You see
57. This is
U6 eyes?
amazing. Shout out Peel It _once.
Could you imagine having a stare down with that guy? Like, after your weigh-in, you go meet him face to face. One eye's going this way, one eye's, like, directly at you. Like,
What the four fingers say to the face?
who are you going to kill first, man? The crowd behind me or, like... And on top of that, he turns around and calls Fury a fat belly gypsy and says,
That's harsh.
I accepted 70-30 because I just want to beat you up. And then Fury
I would never accept that. If I was
Fury walks away
undefeated-
from it,
If I was
though.
undefeated and a champ, and they're like 70-30, F that.
No.
No way.
If I'm boxing champ, it's just like hockey with me and you. I don't play hockey because I make money. I play hockey because I want to be good.
You love the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that part of it, but he shouldn't get underpaid because he's only fought 13 and he has one less belt. This guy's never lost. This guy's a boss. Like,
Mhm.
well, that's me. You know, this is why 6 Sports. We debate, we talk it, we bring it up, talk it out.
Dana White just said recently in an interview before the fight was declined, Dana White goes, the problem with boxing is money. That they pay their top performers.
The promoters
Too much.
And the promoters are the problem too in boxing.
Yeah, and they pay their top card way too much. Like,
Don King.
why do you think Garcia versus
Davis?
Davis is $86 a pay-per-view? Because they're paying each fighter like $56 million.
What are you guys doing over there?
I ain't missing that goddamn fight. That's for damn sure. I ain't missing that fight. Nope.
No.
Look
Any,
forward to
any
it.
fight, yeah, every fight I want to watch with you guys. Tomorrow's WrestleMania. I don't even want to dive into that because that's another 20 minutes and I know nothing
Well, we'll
about.
get into it quick. Roman Reigns is undefeated for the last 3 years, and he's fighting Cody Rhodes tomorrow.
I'm
And...
getting sick and tired of that shit with Roman Reigns, but
No, I love it. I love the bloodline. But I think we're going to get a swerve tomorrow, and I think Roman Reigns is going to defend the title on Sunday. Also, you have John Cena versus Theory for tomorrow's main event.
He's still wrestling.
No, it's his comeback, one time only thing.
And he go back to making movies after.
Wrestling is not competitive. It's like entertainment. It really is.
Me personally, when it comes to wrestling, I watch the old documentaries. I've been watching WWE this by. I
Yeah.
just finished watching Jake the Snake.
Those are interesting.
I
I
can't
watched
even say
China.
it.
I watched the China one. I watched NWO. It's a lot. I gotta watch Kane. Who else? I can't. The Iron Sheik does.
Kane's
too.
interesting because he's a mayor now.
Yeah.
So it's like, holy.
I
This
saw
guy was like talking about like
some-
some weird shit.
If you throw me down the stairs.
No, worse than
And
that.
the
Katie
next
Vick.
time
You might remember that
you're
storyline.
done.
And
That's bad enough.
then they have the one WWE rivalry: Andre
Kane.
versus Andre versus Hogan, Mankind versus.
They
Taker.
just did Brock versus Reigns, actually.
And they.
So, I mean, I feel like Roman Reigns is.
I haven't
timed
seen
up.
Cena versus The Rock yet. Or I haven't seen Batista versus
Sorry, Jackson.
Triple H.
Don't
They
say
have-
that.
Then they have The Rock.
he doesn't know.
Then they have Stone
'Cause I'm
Cold
getting
versus.
old then.
They got
It's
Stone
another
Cold.
generation.
They got Stone Cold versus The Rock. They got Stone Cold versus Bret Hart. I want to see that one.
Did you know Stone Cold versus The Rock? So Stone Cold
See,
beat him
guys,
twice.
I told you if I
Yeah.
brought up wrestling, these guys.
Do you
would go
know
on
in
to
that
tell
third
you
match when The Rock won that third fight,
Yeah, I
he
remember.
actually slaps him on the chest and says, "Thank you for everything
yeah,
you did
I remember.
for me."
Yep.
more. Right? That's sick though.
Pays tribute, like you made my career,
No,
and I made yours.
Those guys were the two biggest stars in the Attitude Era. I don't care. Even though I really think the Attitude
Attitude
They
Era,
sold it.
two biggest stars.
Actors.
period in
Yeah,
wrestling.
Actors.
I honestly believe the Attitude Era started at WrestleMania 13 when The Rock, when Stone Cold and Bret Hart changed faces. That's probably the most important match in wrestling history, in my opinion. Attitude. Well, they say Andre versus Hogan, but
No,
listen,
Bret Hart's freak out that one day when Bret Hart turned around. He's like, "You don't appreciate me
Yeah, he lost
anymore."
it.
That's when it started.
he's my favorite wrestler of all
Tosses and
time. Though. He's,
glasses.
he's my favorite wrestler of all time. Bret number one, Austin
Yeah.
number two. Those are my top two all
Yeah,
time. Bret and
sick.
Austin.
Those are my top two.
Bret and
Who's-
Austin
and the
number two.
macho.
Who made the
Randy
biggest
Savage.
difference in wrestling to you? Like, who was the number one? Like,
Box
difference
office,
maker.
like box office.
No,
draw.
who was
Andre
the-
the Giant or
who's the one
Undertaker?
who made wrestling in your opinion? Like, when you watch wrestling, who do you think of?
When I
Everyone-
first
everyone
watched
says Hulk
Undertaker,
Ever since Hulk Hogan.
The 80s people do.
Yeah,
The 90s says Stone Cold and Rock.
But I think
Ultimate Warrior.
early 90s was you wanted to go to the more athletic with Brett, Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, all
Owen
those
Hart.
guys. I love wrestling. Owen Hart was sad.
I'll go off the board for you guys.
But yeah, show
Vince
I love Owen
McMahon.
Hart.
As much as people don't
Yeah,
like him
he
right
had the
now,
nuts to try that trick.
he
to
made
come in.
wrestling.
It didn't work.
Vince McMahon bought all the territories, brought it all together. He brought you the Hulk Hogan's. He made the Stone Colds because he hired him from WCW when he got fired. He hired Undertaker when he got fired from
Guys. I
Undertaker.
brought up wrestling. I told
Triple
you.
Vince McMahon made, and WCW took all their stars.
The old stars.
Yeah, and then Vince McMahon brought.
He brought some. He made new stars. He invested into them. Now look at them now.
Yeah, Vince McMahon, in my opinion, as much as you don't like because of the hush money and all that stuff, I think he's an absolute genius. Well, Donald
What's
Trump,
hush money?
the president's
I got
going.
paid too much for
The
hush
president's
money.
doing the same shit.
You know what? Speaking of that, man, we do talk sports, but out of all things, you're gonna go after Donald Trump over he paid an adult film star money.
Didn't Bill Clinton do the same thing?
Thank you.
Like, come on.
Donald
Monica
Trump,
Lewinsky.
the whole
I was about to talk about TV shows and
But the whole-
this
the-
one
the
big
whole
time left.
the whole insurrection. He tried to steal votes from Georgia. The whole what else? He did something else.
Who would have won if he lost that time?
Hillary.
And what would have been better? Or
Fucking
worse?
Donald. We got the best
Yeah,
opportunity.
exactly.
Hillary has like a body count with
Yeah,
planes
they
and
hate
shit
us because they hate
crashing.
us. Like he pulled some
Like I
strings
said,
to help some people out. And now
Like
he's
I said,
fucked.
like I said, the rest like Bret Hart's my favorite wrestler of all time. Austin #2. I love The Rock. I take Macho Man over Hogan. That's just my person. I love Macho Man over Hogan. I take Macho Man over Hogan.
Austin #1.
I'll never forget when the Undertaker buried him alive in the freaking casket.
Who, Macho Man?
The Ultimate Warrior.
They fought?
You were probably too young. for
Macho
that.
Man, who?
Warrior and Hogan.
The Ultimate Warrior.
No,
the
Undertaker fought?
Ultimate Warrior got freaking buried in a casket.
That's Triple H. No,
No,
Shawn Michaels?
I think it was
Mankind?
Undertaker.
that was Mankind.
Mankind.
Because Mankind got chokeslammed all the way
Yeah.
in. And then he's like, I broke my rib. I was just watching a documentary about
Yeah, I
it.
remember that.
He's like-
That
He
was
said he
Mankind
went,
that
yeah,
time?
he went to go slam him on his back, but he slammed him on his side. He's
I
like,
remember
he
that.
broke his rib, he broke his
Clavicle.
everything in his body.
Femur.
No, that was the Hell in the Cell. He broke
Yeah.
everything. That was bad.
I remember that match, man.
I just watched that video of that and I couldn't believe.
That was
Undertaker said
like-
he's seen a dead man on the floor. He's like, oh, I threw him off that cell. He's like, I thought I was looking at a dead body. I
We
was
all
like,
thought that too.
me too. I was a kid. I was cheering it
Cell.
on. I was like, yeah.
I remember the night watching Owen Hart die.
So 6Sports fans, I hope you guys like wrestling because I told you if I brought it up, 20 minutes.
The night Owen Hart died, I never forget that because I remember
Oh,
when
man.
he hit the thing. And
Black screen.
I remember my friends. I remember my friends telling my friends like, I don't think that's supposed to happen.
They
man.
turned the
Ah,
screen
yeah.
on.
They turned the screen on.
Oh, wait.
We were so.
Don't
I'm
break.
like,
Don't
yo,
break.
where did he hit the turnbuckle? I'm like, I don't think he's gonna make
They
it.
did the crowd surf,
It's like
remember?
this. It's the turnbuckle. He probably fell.
Then,
Snap.
then you saw Jim Ross's face. And I'm like, I don't think.
Then you watch
But they were
that,
all talking like, oh my god. Oh my
watch that Dark Side of the Ring, and you,
That's sad.
that's crazy too. About it.
And the fact that
I
the
haven't
ma-
watched that yet, and
and-
both of you guys talk about
And the
that
fact
show
that
to watch.
the fact that the show went on that night too. I think Vince took a lot of heat for that night too.
It's a lot of things
Like we
about the
said
movie, man.
before, money talks.
But
Chris
they, no,
Benoit?
but they retired that name though. They retired it. I don't think they ever used over the edge again. Did they use it recently?
No, but they're not allowed to even use Owen Hart's name anymore because
Appar-
Martha has
Yeah,
a big thing on
and
him.
apparently he can't.
Disclaimer: we're not making any benefit off or showing mad
No,
respect.
you're not.
No, she can't.
It's a lawsuit.
It's a lawsuit, and apparently he can't get inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame.
No,
as
not
well,
even
too.
in the video game. Nothing. And then Bret Hart said as soon as she passed, this is another thing about waiting for someone to pass away. It's sad to say, but people are literally waiting for her to pass away so he can go into the Hall of Fame, and that's his wife.
But he has but he has his
That's
kids.
sad.
But he has his kids
Yeah,
though.
so enough of this sad talk, boys. It's freaking Friday. 6Sports.
UFC,
UFC. What's the next big UFC card?
Izzy versus
Izzy
Pereira.
Adesanya.
And Pereira just cut his hair like Chuck Liddell and got traded by Chuck Liddell. So
Nothing
the
wrong.
Mohawk coming
yeah,
out,
Nothing wrong with the Mohawk.
buddy. Pereira's knocking him out.
But Mr. Lennon, side note, I had Ghost, Snowfall, Your Honor, Succession, Ted Lasso, BMF. These,
Ted
are,
Lasso I gotta
these are
watch.
shows that all of you need to watch. If you don't,
Ted Lasso I have to
missing
get
out.
into. I seen the previews. Looks funny.
and that's the thing. Like a lot of people be like, "Oh, that show stinks," blah blah blah. But it's like it's like
dumb
dry, yeah,
funny.
dry British humor. Like, oh, you cheeky.
Oh, I
fucker."
hate the British humor, man.
Nah,
On
but
TV.
you,
Benny Hill.
you hang out with me,
Coronation
though, like,
fucking
nah,
Mr.
it's
Bean?
It's nothing like that.
Coronation Street. Ever watch
Mr.
that?
Bean, the guy don't even talk.
Best British show ever.
But yeah, those shows are good. Gucci Man dropped a new track today. 06 Gucci. Juicy J dropped a new album. License to Thrill.
NF comes out next month, April.
I'm clocking out. I did my 8-hour shift
And
on top of my
and before
8-hour shift.
before we say something, we got jerseys coming. We got some jerseys given away this summer. We got
The Unlimited show coming up.
the show coming up. We're editing that right now. We're giving away a Connor McDavid jersey, Dan Marino, Josh Allen,
Dan Marino.
Otani, and Luka Doncic. So we got those jerseys coming up.
Shohei.
Shohei Otani's
Now
coming
we
up.
have
Shohei.
We also have
Shohei.
6 Sports, Unlimited,
Shohei.
Lucky Punch, and Gypstick all coming up. So
Yep. So
Damn.
and we have a
Yo,
wrestling
Mr.
special coming up next
None
week.
done.
Today, probably tomorrow,
Don't
whatever it is.
Look
We
around.
might have to do a Zoom for that. But anyways, I think that was good. And tune in for next week. Share, like, subscribe, and
You have to check out our 2.0 producer. Come on, get in here, bud. Don't be shy. There he is. Make sure the lighting's good, sounds good, looks good. What's
and
that?
you got his new assistant over here.
It's all good. And then we
Coming.
got
And that's the
Jaxioni.
6 Sports team.
Don't be shy. Tell a joke.
Riley,
No.
that's the joke.
damn, that's cold, man. Y'all
But,
wrong for that.
No,
man.
if you want to see a joke, all you have to do is look in the mirror.
Oh, that's good.
Oh!
Getting him young. Getting him talking shit.
No
So
comment.
we're out. We're 6 Sports, episode 57. Thanks for listening. See you when we see you.
Like, subscribe,
Suck
and
it.
share.